Dear participants of the 9th National Migration Symposium, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Center for Economic Development, Transport and Environment in Southwest Finland, I would like to thank you for inviting us to present the government's greetings. This is a great honor in my role as the Head of Integration Affairs. In recent years, the regional state administrative agencies, and in particular the ELY Center, Area for Economics, has become external to the symposium's main question, in which the direction is Finland evolving. The previous government prepared for a major regional reform, and the current government is preparing to transfer the responsibility of managing employment to municipalities. So the governments have recognized the effects of an aging population and low birth on decreasing labor input and the increase of public expenditures. You could, of course, question whether the transfer of responsibilities for managing employment has an impact on these challenges. During its 45 years of operation, the Migration Institute of Finland has been a major contributor to international migration research in Finland. The National Migration Symposium provides an excellent opportunity for interaction between decision makers and researchers. From my professional point of view, the symposium theme, in which direction is Finland evolving, the dynamics of mobility and migration, could not be more relevant. Political decision makers and officials who implement the decisions need scientific research as a basis for decisions and implementation. There is a need for extensive discussion and interaction between groups and people from different perspectives. With regards to immigration, we should also take into account the critical point of view. We have a challenge here. Immigration strongly divides opinions. The decline in the birth rate and the decrease in the number of people in the labor force will have a major impact on Finland's future development. Facts and statistics are needed to guide decision-making in order to influence and respond to demographic change. Immigration makes it possible to increase the supply of labor and contributes to securing production in Finland. A key target for Prime Minister Antti Rinne's government is to raise the employment rate to 75%. Immigration has been clearly highlighted in the government program as one of the solutions to raise the employment rate. I will present briefly the government's policy on labor migration. So the migration is of course only one issue on the government's list. But increasing labor migration, especially for sectors suffering from labor shortages, especially here in Soutwest Finland, we have shortages of labor. Speeding up the residence permit system, at the moment it can take more than 6 months to get a residence permit. And one thing is transferring administration of labor employment matters to the Ministry of Employment and Economy. And attracting and retaining international talent, employment of international degree students. We have hundreds of international degree students here in Turku, and there's a lot to do in that part. It's also very important to combating the exploitation of foreign labor. And there's something that the government will not do. It will not abandon the consideration of labor availability. For example, in Sweden, there is no consideration of labor availability. On the operational level, we have a talent boost program, which means government is launching immigration program for experts, workers, students and researchers. Business growth and internationalization. And the aim is to raise Finland's attractiveness to the new level. And one key thing is, in my opinion, the increasing employers' recruitment and especially diversity skills. Under this Talent Boost program, we have a Course Towards Finland project, which is a national project coordinated by our Southwest Finland ELY Center. The meaning is implement 10 to 15 regional projects, which are piloting the national recruitment and settlement services for businesses, and also the international students. There is a widespread political acceptance of policies on labor migration. The policies form a broad and comprehensive package, and a large amount of funding is reserved for it. A new immigration program for the 2020s is being prepared here in Southwest Finland. Preparations for it will continue during the rest of the year and will be made public in early 2021. In Southwest Finland, the dynamics of mobility and migration are most visible, or perhaps are most visible in rural areas and smaller towns. In these areas, the issues seem to be primarily about the availability of labor, such as whether companies and employers in these areas are finding workers. In larger cities such as Turku, population growth is generated specifically by immigration, and greater attention must be paid to immigrant integration, ethnic relations, discrimination, racism, and segregation of neighborhoods. To finish off, I would like to congratulate the 45-year-old Migration Institute of Finland and wish everyone a very successful National Migration Symposium. Thank you.